everyone I know loves Mr. Beast, but he has been known to say some controversial things that might be catching up to him. I mean, just look at this.
Catch Me Outside girl and think she's funny. So let's just.
So
Yeah,
that just
that's
shows what
just
kind
to
of
Let's be
just to
real.
set.
You
controversy.
wouldn't put your dick in her?
I mean, it's whether
Ah,
Probably not. Probably
enjoying
not.
and
I was hoping you would
enjoying
say
someone
yes. Yeah,
and
I
putting
wouldn't
your
either.
dick
She's
in
way too
someone
young.
is a whole different
no.
story. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, that is still, I think it's private listed right now, but that is a real clip. I almost didn't believe that that was Mr. Beast saying some things like that. I think that was around the time that Catch Me Outside Girl had just went on Dr. Phil and she was just now getting some recognition. But I mean, we all say some controversial things. I'm pretty sure he was still pretty young. I'm not sure if he was young enough to be talking and saying things like that, but he definitely was still young. But it's not even about what Mr. B said. It's mostly about the people that he has been hanging around with, and he has been hanging around with some very suspect people. If you know, you know. This is Chris. Chris is a part of Mr. Beast's team. Now they have done plenty of videos together, and I'm pretty sure he's in like every video. And if you are a Mr. Beast fan, then you're pretty used to seeing Chris. Now, what you may not have known is that Chris used to be spelled with a C. Now it is spelled with a K. And Chris is, I didn't really see too many things wrong with that. I'm not necessarily um, into any of that, but I don't care what anybody else does with their body. Mr. Beast completely supports everything she does, but Chris has been coming out saying some weird things. There are some allegations that she was talking to a 14-year-old and actually saying some pretty serious stuff. That is just not what you say to a 14-year-old. And even though, I mean, I think that 14-year-old actually came out and said those things were edgy, they're just not what you do. And like I said, he used to be named Chris, but everybody knows him as Chris with a K now. And Mr. B seems to be standing up for it. I mean, he doesn't necessarily, he's not showing any signs of slowing down or stepping up for his friend in a time of need, if you might call it that. And I just think that it's awesome that he is stepping up, but I mean, these are some serious allegations. Even going as far as talking to some random guy that just spoke his mind on Twitter, saying that your opinion is irrelevant and ratio. That guy did not have many followers, and as you can see, he really was just kind of speaking his mind, which you're free to do. That's the reason why Elon bought Twitter at the end of the day. But the fact that he just responded to a guy that really just didn't have that many followers, and that guy may have gotten a lot of likes, and maybe that just got under Mr. Beast's skin. Maybe he just wanted to, speak up and say something for his friend. But at the end of the day, those are some allegations that cannot be, undone. And people are finding out about this, and it just sucks because Mr. Beast is that household name. Everybody knows him. Most of the time, whenever a new video pops up, you're usually gonna watch that video. And not many people have too many bad things to say about him, but people are starting to have a couple bad things to say about him.
You know what's most amazing to me about this whole scenario? That nobody seems to point out this guy's name, Mr. Beast. Do you think that's a bit of a strange name? I'm sure I could Google it and there'd be some bullshit reason why he's called Mr. Beast. I'm sure they're calling for some stupid story that when he was a kid he had a figurine called Beast and then when he grew up he wanted to be a figurine. Some fucking garbage. Why would the largest YouTube channel with an affinity towards children in the world be named after the beast from the devil? Why would that happen? Is that a coincidence?
Now, obviously, take anything that guy says with a grain of salt, but he does have a slight amount of sense in there. Honestly, though, I do feel like he may just be grasping for straws because I think whenever I was a lot younger, we used to just say, "Oh, I'm a beast at this, I'm a beast at that," and I feel like that's exactly where he got his name from. And even though if you do look into the Bible, there is a lot of portrayal of beast and devil in there. I do think that that is a slight reach. Like I said, who's not gonna call themselves a beast? We used to always do it. I think, these words these days are probably something else now, but I used to always say, "Oh, I'm a beast at this, I'm a beast at that." And I feel like whenever he did start and he did get his name, he was pretty decent at video games. That's exactly where he got Mr. Beast from. Even though he was a little bit younger, but there's no doubt that there's a lot of people talking about these scenarios, and the fact that these are popping up at the same time as everything in the election and all these politics and stuff like that. It just sucks because like everybody already has their conspiracy theories about like what's going on in the world and what's happening and what they're trying to cover up. And honestly, a lot of people were just saying, oh man, the ruling elite are all weird like that, and they like those type of children. But it's just like those conspiracy theories have never not gone anywhere, and there's been a lot of people even just making fun of everybody who does not think like that. I mean, like you'd probably be insane to even not think about this, especially with all the stuff that has been brought up to everybody's attention in the recent years, I guess you can say. There's just you have to at least give it a thought and really think about, man, why does whenever these people get money, do they start showing their true selves? And it's just like that's whenever you're most vulnerable. That's whenever you have the most eyes on you. And a lot of people might not have known, but there's just no way why somebody with that much money should be into stuff like that. It just blows my mind. And things could get a lot more crazy for Mr. Beast and his crew. Honestly, I do think that he just needs to distance himself from the stuff that's going on. But at the same time, it's like, if those things aren't true and you do distance yourself from Chris and, anything that he stands for, what kind of friend would you be? Now, if those things are true, then you obviously need to distance yourself because, like I said, Mr. Beast is a household name, a family name. Kids know him from all over. Adults watch his videos too. But things are starting to get a little scary. I mean, there's politicians. What was her name? I think it was Valentina Gomez who made up an ad, I guess you can say, about how people are trying to, protect the pedophiles and stuff like that, and that she will provide the bullets, and that she wants to make public executions great again. And it's just like these are serious allegations that you can even, why would you even like say that if you're not exactly sure of there's no actual evidence? But if there actually is evidence, I mean, stuff like that is crazy. I mean, there is some kid that came out, I think his name was Nathan, who apparently told a story about how he got preyed upon whenever he was 15. That is some serious stuff. You do not want that in your camp. And if you're Mr. Beast, I would be trying to get away as quickly, as fast as I can. I mean, there's people calling him out. I mean, Sneeko, there's a lot of streamers that's calling him out. And I gotta make it clear, this is not the same thing as Dr. Disrespect. Dr. Disrespect actually was caught trying to meet up with someone that was clearly way younger. I'm pretty sure he's married too. Now, I'm not going to sit here and judge, but I can tell you that he got ripped a new one, lost all his brand deals. A lot of people stopped watching. I'm pretty sure actually he just completely just stopped streaming. He said that he was going to take a break from streaming. Stuff like that, you cannot mess with. You cannot um, be on the other side of the aisle because at the end of the day, it's just protect the children. Protect the children. There's nothing else you can say about that. You gotta believe whatever is happening right now is probably not gonna stop happening. But if you're Mr. Beast, are ruining your career. You gotta distance yourself from these people. You gotta at least get out some evidence that state that they're in the right, or these are just people are just going off the hinges. But let me go know what you guys think because this is some serious stuff. To the next video, Jabril out.